I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match.
What's good about your boy Demon and today we've got to look at another strange horror stories, and this one's called The Corners Class. Like, it's supposed to be a nightmare scare story. Now, y'all know, like I said, my boy be going out there, and his stories be off the chain. They be crazy, but they be off the chain. But with this one, without further ado, let's go.
Many of the applicants came into our program with a romanticized idea of police work. Many envisioned an elegant battle of wits against wine-swelling criminal masterminds. Many others were former high school bullies who were mostly interested in busting in some heads. They didn't take my work as a coroner too seriously. For them, a corpse was a clue to be sliced open and tossed aside. But Bethany was different. She saw the cadavers as the people they had been, worthy of respect. She would whisper to them while she worked, telling them the latest news they missed out on, or how grateful she was to learn from them.
I won't fight you, but please.
Some of the students found it a bit off-putting, but to me, it was endearing. And she always knew what she was doing, which tools to use, how to extract the organs properly, how to sew the lips shut, and so on. It came as no surprise then to learn that she had been a mortician's daughter. She worked with her dad in some quaint rural village, prettying up the bodies for funerals. He had been something of a public servant as well, being the only mortician for miles around, she told me. He would often offer his services for free to people who had died without family, and would stage a public viewing regardless of whether anyone came to visit the deceased. He sounded like a kind-hearted man, and I longed to meet him. I wondered if he shared his daughter's sense of gallows humor, an important tool for people who thrive in circumstances that would otherwise engender despair. Today, we were discussing the process of decomposition and the weird things a body may do post-mortem. We'd already discussed coffin births and angel lust. Look them up if you dare. So I decided to end on a lighter note. Corpse might blow it up with gas, and that gas needs to escape somehow, I said, pausing for a dramatic effect. Corpse fart, in other words.
Detention!
The students laughed, dispelling some of the tension in the room. Bethany raised her hand. The gases sometimes escape in other ways too, up past the vocal cords, so sometimes it sounds like they're moaning. It was true that corpse sometimes moaned, and it was always unexpected and terrifying. But then Bethany continued. Sometimes, she said, they even sound like they're screaming. The other students cast each other sideward glances. Screaming? Impossible. The vocal cords tighten when a person screams, which requires an electrical impulse from the brain, and corpse are brain dead. Bethany, please. These kids are not the brightest, and they don't know you're joking. Everyone laughed. Who's joking? She asked, deadpan. I smiled, trying to think of a quick and smart comeback. But then she added, without a hint of humor, it happened all the time when I worked in my dad's basement.
Dude.
Wait for it, wait for
always leave me speechless with them endings, dude. Shouts out to you, by the way, my dude. But, bruh, you always have me speechless with these endings. The plot twists be so crazy and unexpected and random. Bruh, like, okay, I like a lot of scary movies, scary cartoons, and stuff like that. But, my dude, this shit be mind-boggling. Like, now you're not expecting it. And I was not expecting that type of twist at all. That's why your dad was holding a bunch of that's why old girl's dad was holding a bunch of funerals, and you doing it for free. He was kidnapping people. Like, that's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy. That's mind boggling. But yo, I'm gonna end it right there. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And y'all gonna pick me jaw now. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. People should have comment, like, and subscribe, and to the next video I'm gonna see when I see y'all at your boy. Peace.